This is precisely the time when artists go to work. There is no time for despair, no place for self-pity, no need for silence, no room for fear. We speak, we write, we do language. That is how civilizations heal.
Launch sequence has been activated. We are going to go ahead and start this up now. Let's just double check beverage, snack, internet, video, sound, everything good. We got a game or something to talk about. Yeah, we seem like it's going to be a good flight. Let's go ahead and prep the launch. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And ignition. We have ignition. And liftoff.
Another successful launch here at the Panther's Den as we take off somewhere in South Florida. Looking over the beautiful marble that is the Earth. As we get ready to stream today, playing the Division 2, talking about technology not liking me, and all the technology that's needed, but we hit the live button. And if you've been here before, you know that's tough for me to do, because I don't hit the live button as much as I should. Because I'm always worried that something's gonna go wrong. I'm like, something's gonna go wrong. And sometimes it does, and that's fine, nothing goes perfect, but let's get in here, let's talk about some games. Hey, what's up? Good afternoon, good evening, give or take where you're at in the world, the globe. Man. Alright, so let's kill the robotic intercom voice.
Once again, hi, good morning, good afternoon. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, give or take where you're at. I'm the Dad Panther, variety streamer, content creator, master of none. Today we'll be playing the Division 2. This right here kind of would be the just chatting screen, is where we would kind of just chill and chat. That's what I do, overthink everything. Some topics that are on the top of my head right now before we jump into the game and start pewing. One of them is a situation with Kyrie Irving. If you've ever been here enough, you know I like a variety of things, much like yourself. And so when you get in here and I get to kind of know who you are and vice versa, you know, sports is something I do talk about, and you know, I dabble a bit in the sports. Now with Kyrie, to me the situation is, and I'm just casually, I just looked at one or two headlines, you know, I want to say like last weekend type thing, and it's like Kyrie's demanding a trade, and so they're like, here we go again, here's Kyrie being Kyrie. Now the thing I so annoying about statements like that with just, I'll say celebrities, because if it's someone at our level, what we do at work, I don't think we have this issue, right? It's not an issue. We don't have a conversation about this. And what I mean by it is, if you decide to go work for another company, you can go work for another company. It doesn't matter if you're the CEO, it doesn't matter if you're part-time or full-time, you can make that decision if that decision is the best decision for you, your family, whatever. You can make that decision being upset and angry and saying, hey, I can't take this anymore. Whether you're right or wrong, you can do that, right? The other thing that you're able to do, and you see that now, remember we during the pandemic you had what was called, I think, quiet quitting, where you're like, you're basically saying like, this job, I'm not gonna do they tell me to do. And so you took it easy, or maybe you found another job, especially with the whole remote working from home thing, and they sent you one or two more laptops, and you did that until you realized tax wise and some other things wise that gets figured out. Companies are working on how to say, hey, look, can we make sure the Dad Panther doesn't work in 5 locations? I mean, don't get me wrong, Dad Panther's doing a great job, but 5, I mean, a little too much there. We don't want him to have a bigger pool than Kanye. the other thing that about it is like, if you're the new thing, which is like angry applying, I don't know if there's an actual term for it other than what I just said, but basically what it is you're upset at your job, your current job. So what you do is you go on things like LinkedIn or Monsters or Jobs or whatever website you have in your country that allows you to look up and put your resume and stuff. So you do that to a bunch of places. Like, I'm so at this job, I can't take this no more. I'm gonna go, and you start type, click, right? So you type everything in, and when you type it in, you send it off, and you go back to work, and work is normal. You forget you did that, and you get a call from someone, a recruiter, a manager, someone, and they're like, "Hey, we saw your application." You're like, "Oh man, that was a mistake." And you don't really say that yet, but then they tell you that you can make 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 70% more than what you're making now currently. And now it's enticing, and you may leave. That's not going to show up on the news. That's not going to be a conversation at the dinner table with friends and family. Can you believe what Ron did? Can you believe that son of a bitch? He got paid more for doing the same damn job. Can you believe that shit? He demanded a trade. So back to Kyrie Irving. So Kyrie says he demands a trade. Now, from what I'm hearing, the actual true story is he didn't. And let's go a little further, right? So Kyrie, which some can say, I will say, one of the top 10 point guards to play the game in recent history. Where he falls in the rest of the point guards in the NBA, legacy-wise, we'll find out. But I still will believe this individual will be in for sure the top 20, 15, and I can't say why this individual wouldn't be a top 10 lifetime point guard in the NBA, career-wise, all time. Just the talent is just amazing, and the Cavs don't get a championship ring without gameplay from Kyrie. So anyways, so Kyrie's played around on some teams and comes off with the vibe of he's a bad teammate, that he'll play with you, everything's good, and then something's gonna come up and it just goes sideways. And the same could be said for the organization. He's there, he's playing with an organization, whatever team it is, and something comes up. One of the last ones that came up was before he went to Boston, or Brooklyn Nets, it was him going to Boston. Yeah, so he goes to Boston, and it's a good fit, and they're competitive. And then he says, "Hey, look, I'm not gonna leave. I'm here, guys. Not going anywhere. Not going anywhere." And he does. He leaves. I think he demands a trade or free agency, something like, I can't remember. He leaves, and Boston's pissed. Now, if you know Boston, Philadelphia, Chicago. There's some Chicago, Boston. Get your cars. There's certain places that in the U.S. that when sports are being sports, their fans are on a whole nother level. And the same can be said in places like Europe and South America. That where you're at, where you're not just wearing a jersey, you're not just rooting for your team. This is everything. You kind of get a glimpse of that on a bigger scale globally when you look at the World Cup, because the US will wear stuff like, yeah, USA, we got a chance. USA, we got a chance. USA, we got a chance. But then all the other countries, for the most part, no, they don't. It's so cute how they're all matching and wearing. And so we're going out there, we're like, yeah. And we got maybe a cute dance. We're like, yeah, USA, we gonna win. USA, we gonna win. And then we get to whatever bar or arena, and we see you brought the whole country. And we're like, oh, they're serious about this soccer, this football. So Boston was like, hey, F you, Kyrie, you left. They booed him when he came back for the first game. And understandable. I don't know behind the scenes of what happened there, but understandable. But the team, in my opinion, got better. You were able to get other people that might not have gotten that shine, to gel the way you needed it to be, and the salary cap and everything like that. So I believe Kyrie leaving Boston was the best move for Boston. Okay? Because with Kyrie there and not there, they haven't won a championship yet. Or did they? I don't have my other computer up, so I can't look. I just slips my mind. But point blank, I believe since Kyrie left, they got better. Now, Kyrie leaves. He goes to Brooklyn. He's there with KD. KD leaves Golden State Warriors. Bomb, he's gone. And that conversation comes up as well. I'm not going to say the nickname to it, because again, my opening monologue, which we're in now, is, so what, you want to leave to another team? Okay, when LeBron went to the Miami Heat, I'm a Heat fan. It changed the game because you didn't have anybody do that, because it went against the whole Michael Jordan, Isaiah Thomas, 1980, 90s, you know, even Dennis Rodman type thing, where it's like it was competition on a level, and you didn't team up with your friends. You didn't team up for a better schedule. You didn't work with the GM to say, how can we have a better odds at winning a championship? You went to a team and you played and you try to get a ring. You know, you look at Charles Barkley. So anyways, whether you are for that or not, and again, I don't think LeBron was the only one to do that, because Boston did the same thing when they did Paul Pierce, Kevin Durant, I can't remember, Ray Allen, and they did that run and they won championships off of it. So anyways, they're there in Brooklyn and shit pops off, COVID, all this other stuff. So there it goes again. Kyrie's rubbing the organization wrong. And the conversation of he's a bad teammate pops up. So now the conversation is, hey, he demands a trade. From what I've heard, it's not that he said, hey, and he's playing well on a team where I think KD's injured and the team isn't as deep as some of the other teams, especially looking at Milwaukee, looking at the Bucks, even looking at the Heat, and the Heat aren't a deep team as well, but they look like they have a better gel of what's going on if you got to the postseason. And the Lakers are figuring things out, and if the Lakers can get one more piece or a trade, I think the Lakers can be, you know, a conversation for the playoffs. But anyways, so Kyrie sits there and they're negotiating to have him to get a long-term contract, and certain people believe that he should not talk as much, not do as much, and just play, which I think is ridiculous. But the skill set's there. He is a top 10 point guard. All that other shouldn't even matter. So anyway, so they were negotiating his contract, the Brooklyn Nets are, and apparently in the clause or the situation as they're figuring out, they're like, hey, I think we should say that we'll give you this, this, and this if you can get us a championship. Almost like tagging his will or his drive or his ability to do stuff. Also, looking at the fucking roster, like that's like you going to work and they're like, hey, listen, Dad Panther, come on in. We want to give you this ridiculous raise. And everybody, most of the people in the office, we can all agree, you deserve this, buddy. You deserve this. All right. How does it sound? How's it feel? Oh, you like that number? And you're like, yeah, I love it. I love it. Let's just do it. Let's sign this up. And you're like, hey, but one caveat. We're gonna need you to get a 10% increase in productivity in all 12 departments. Now, whatever I just said at the end, you can make that anything. You can make that anything. You know your job and what your job is supposed to do to show that there's growth rather than just. But if you know that your team is not that good, you know the employees around you are not that good, you know the manager leading you isn't that good, and you're like, wait, are we talking about the same manager? I mean, I know he's in here in the room right now. We're talking about the same person. I'm responsible for carrying all these people to the championship. We're not talking about some of the other teams that are like kind of placed in place where I can entertain that. Not to mention, it's not a guarantee. It's a team sport. So that's when Kyrie's team, his representative said, hey, we're demanding a trade, because the goal is to get paid. The goal is to have a good contract. And you're telling me I can only have a good contract if we win a championship. If that is what's being said, I'm just saying that sounds a little ridiculous. All right. So I don't know. That's my monologue. We're going to get into this game. Last night watching NXT. And NXT was good. I enjoyed it. I didn't have an issue. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I thought it was the only match I didn't like was the match at the end. It was oh my gosh.
Safe area entered. Agent in need.
I was about to say, that means we have an agent in need of backup. Which I love how it does that. Like a lot of times when you log in, you get that.
Accepting backup request.
Let's see if we can get it. So the same thing applies. Our goal is to help whoever needs it. Oh shit, explosion. What the fuck is even this? I gotta figure this shit out. That's why I try to come in here with the fucking. I know. My goodness, it's got to be a good feeling when you ask for help and a healer pops up, medic. You're like, okay, we're good. We were bleeding out before, but we're good. Wild.
Grab that medic! Grab that medic!
That was hilarious.
That medic's running around. He's across the street. Hey, yo!
I see the medic I was talking about.
Shit, he's picking motherfuckers up like he's picking them up.
Alright, let's go. Gotta get that mother right there. You know how I feel about medics. Alright, so we got him. That was actually ballsy for me to be out there because I shouldn't be out there. I'm squishy. The fact that I didn't die from that was pretty wild, to be honest. Okay.
I'm down. It's okay. Did he fall?
Let's go. Oh, my disclaimer, I cannot control what you're saying in here.
Oh, that's see. Thank you. Get the phone. Let's go get the rest of these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Fucking cabrones. Good. There's that one thing. You got this right here. This one.
There's two actually. There's another team. Try to set this one up a little bit so they can notice it. He's on fire. Oh shoot! Where's everything? Behind us. Up over. I'll leave that there for right now. We gotta work our way back to that. Why am I here doing this? Because I feel I can do it. You see the build I got, you'll be confident too. Just be somebody close. Oh shit.
No, keep fighting. Let the star guy. No, keep fighting. Keep fighting. Hey, now I'm gonna need you.
See? That's why I do what I do. I time it. I try to time
Good
it.
shit, good shit.
Cause look, see the star guy's not even picking him up. He's just sitting there chilling. He's like, "Oh, what's up, man? I got your back." Anything good here?
Is that it? That's it. Let's worry about this control point. Cause it's only probably, as long as there ain't a medic, we're good.
Do some place that almost.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Gotta rush her up here. Alright, we're good. Keep going, keep going.
Supply convoy.
That one behind us is
Hey, re-up and let's go grab this resource. convoy that's coming back down again. Second one, that's crazy. Endurance.
Supply room
Yeah.
access unlocked.
I thought that that convoy was that one or two individuals that's messing around. What bag is that? No. I do need a new bag.
Good.
Remind me to tell you guys why me and technology weren't getting along the last few days.
Endorsement received.
That's what I'm saying. It was only one guy left. That was that one that was around the corner.
Good, we're good. That was a nice.
Let's see.
Nice.
What do we got here? Anything good? Skill haste. That's not a right piece. That carbine 7 though.
Location nearby.
Who doesn't have the carbine 7? Delete what I don't need. Don't need it. Need it. I would love it if they told me, like, hey, do you want this stuff? And you're like, no, I don't want it. Okay, I'll delete both. Because I didn't know if I needed it for a build I was working on offline or something. I'll delete the rest later. We'll find out what the next plan is. Where we're gonna go. So, in Division news, folks over at Division,
Shit.
Ubisoft,
I don't know that we could have done that without you. We're running low on resources.
An agent has disconnected.
I saw it happen.
Come and get it.
It's a looter. I think he still has the holiday stuff. There's nothing that I need, but
What is this one?
it'd be all blue. I'm trying to think, do I want
I'm on the other side of the map. Up top. I gotta do hyena stuff, you know. Stuff
Alright,
from the
let me try.
hyenas.
This other map up here. Alright.
Looking for a
So
certain resource
they
from the hyenas.
they push back the
It's the
what's it called?
polycarbonate. That's what I need, and the hyenas has that.
Oh, okay, I know he's farming for Matt.
And the goddess. Hopefully, yeah. Back on, yeah.
Oh, shouldn't we wait for actual people with fucking damage? Don't. Oh my gosh, we're gonna do this. We're not built like this. We are definitely like this. We're gonna fucking die. We are gonna fucking
What?
die.
Serious? This is not right.
For me, it's not right. We just fucking walked up in their fucking house. Oh,
No, I can't even do my thing.
well, you can't do your dance. I sure as hell can't do it. Here we go.
Thank you.
Well, if I don't pick you up, we have no damage. We don't have no damage. We gonna die. Disclaimer: I can't stop anybody from saying anything. That's part of technology going against me, right? So we'll segue to that. Oh no, don't. Why are you over there? And here we go. Oh, you're dead. Oh man.
He's walking up.
See him.
I'm reloading. There you go. Bow, bow, bow. And the rest there across the street.
I see them, but I'm hoping the curb, that high area, is gonna help me get him up first. That's on the high line. Yep, there we go. And I went to stream yesterday. That was my goal. I was like, hey, I'm gonna stream, get my stream on. But I think this is a carbine 7 right here that I'm using. I get reformation recall. Ooh, somebody sniping over there.
Nothing. It's crazy.
I love how this thing
I'm not
feels.
doing headshots.
All right, next wave.
This ain't the one from across the street, is it? Or no?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
All right, let you know if you come over that. I'm gonna slow you down for a little bit. Yep. All right. If you got the drones that start shooting, that'd be great.
Did they send that cart? But I don't know. Yeah, they are.
Our team is fighting
Where you at?
somewhere else.
I don't even know where they at.
We're just
Override required.
But they all over there. Ah, they all over there. They just finished. Let's just do this last. This. I know where they at. Let's just finish this up, and we'll come back to it.
Oh, I didn't even know you can come back. I leave shit all the time because I'm like, oh, well, I can't use it. That person probably has the key. Say you got the key to my heart, girl. Lock me and take all my feelings apart.
That's crazy shit.
Say you wanna leave, girl. Have to go away. Flip Craig David in the morning. The carbine 7, man. Previously on Carbine 7. Sounds like a CW show.
Man, don't worry about that. Fuck it.
Access key detected.
Shit. We're coming. We're on our way. Damn. Red Dragon. Let me see if they're there. We can fast travel to them.
That's
Oh,
all.
there's somewhere else. Alright, there you
Let's go. Let's fast travel. So yeah, technology is not working with me properly. Normally, I'm able to mute the chat. It's just let me mentally get prepared for what I'm walking into here, and then I'll explain that. Is the hostage we need to talk to? Let me see. I'm about to go turn in my homework, and I didn't do any of the project. I didn't do any of the project. Did not know that. And we're close to finishing our project over there too, but we got called over here.
Dip, dip. Fuck, I don't got that much ammo. God damn it. Dip, dip, dip.
Detected. Nearby location.
I don't know if that makes it. I'm hoping it makes it lower. I don't think so, but let's.
Don't worry about it. I need bullets. Don't worry about it. I'm out of bullets.
All right.
On my way back.
What the? Oh, I see what it is. say that, and here we go.
Let's go, that Pikachu. There you go, watch it, there's a...
Hostile broadcast picked up.
What about the element of my goodness? I don't want to die over here. Do a little Dr. Phil good over there. How are we doing over here? I try to go with whoever looks like who needs band-aids. I'm just running like, anybody need these band-aids over here? Sometimes it's detrimental to the rest of my team. God is over here just doing it.
They want to go towards...
Just in case she goes closer to them, she'll really get a little... Yeah, she did. You're supposed to know where you're going to be. Every move you make, every smile you take, everything you take, I'll be watching you. Oh, I wasn't watching you, too. Oh, can't you see? You belong to me. Alright, became a 3-on-1 on that one. Oh crap. I'm gonna be able to get there in time. Assume that individual's right there. Behind this rock. See the rest of my team. There we go. I'll keep following back up this way. Like that one. Feel good, juice. Okay.
Careful, they put up a turn up on your right side.
Yeah, from that
By the
building.
wall. Look to this. They do that. I tell you, that's bazooka. Oh, it ain't bazooka.
They're down, look low.
Hostile detected.
It gets intense in the division. That's what I love about it. Like it's on a road or something. It's hard to have a conversation. Alright, well, fuck your store. Definitely fuck your store. Fuck your storefront. Boom. My job is to slow you down so the DPS can do the work. So, that's exactly what we did.
That shit goes off his head. That's great. No bazooka. Oh, not bazooka.
It should be fire damage. That's bullshit. Every time they get thrown that. I'm bullshitting that. That bag.
Good.
There's one more in there.
All right. Let's re up before the next round comes.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
This shit quick. The goddess. Yo, I swear you're not the chick that we. I don't know. I shouldn't say that, but are you the? Do you stream goddess? On Twitch a lot?
That's when you start trusting the band-aid that is Dad Panther. I gotta pick this up. There you go, a little something for you. Something for the honeys. We gotta move this. Where's the team at? Okay. Move up, walk into it. Gotcha. They can't. I don't know if they can hear me. I don't think they can. But that's the style. Shouldn't be acting all this big and tough. I'm not built this one. I'm gonna swarm out this side. Oh, here we go. You're gonna get lit up walking out here. Just crossing the street, not looking both ways. Let's Luther said, didn't your mother teach you where to land? Check before you land, Superman? Oh man, that Boys in the Hood right there. That was a moment right there. Shotgun to the back.
Over here, guys. They're
Yeah,
coming
this
from
ammo.
this side.
This one has a grenade or something.
There's a medic right here.
Oh, that's the word. That's all I need to hear. There's a medic. That's all I need to fucking hear. That's all I need to hear. Oh, there we go. There's a medic. My job is to set up the situation. And we got ourselves a situation. I do have a situation. Look loud. Cover. There we go. Look loud. Everybody get this hill. Let's go. We gotta keep pushing.
Heavily armored hostile.
Where is he?
Detected.
Yep, we found him. Medic. They're gonna ambush out the side. Oh, there you go. Go get juice. Get it. Get it.
At this time, I gotta get him up. Get him, okay, W.
I'm supposed to go here.
They didn't take over, did they? Okay.
Okay. Who's over here on the side of me? Okay. That's what I want to do. Look allow. Just tuning in the Dad Panther. We are helping other agents today. And they're helping me as well because I haven't hit 100 on the sheet. Meeting some new agents. Pick this up. Let's go. Gotta go behind us. Step forward. I got you. Look allow. GG, that's good shit right there. Good run. I mean, we're not necessarily a world or machine.
Yeah,
But
there's a guy right here.
Room access.
Look, he's scavenging. That's crazy. He can't get out either.
this guy's hilarious.
Yeah, where you going? Where you going?
Yeah, he's about to.
How you
He's,
got in here, buddy?
yeah, he's
Hey,
old when
silly
he
shit.
torched his.
Dude.
Lick allow. Oh man, that was the one I had said. That the radar was showing there was someone in the building, and we took off to go get the boss down the road. I was like, hey, this is weird, but makes sense. No, I don't need that.
Shit.
So let's break all this down.
So,
We'll find the rest of the stuff, break it down, make sure I don't need any ammo stuff. There we go, we're good. Topped off. Alright, let's go get the glowing stuff.
Hostile broadcast detected.
But just off the top of my head, I said it before and some other stuff. It'd be cool if they had like not only targeted loot, but like targeted loot, if that makes sense. Like if you have something and you're just trying to drop to get it better or max out your library, your team could see it, so it would pulse. And someone's like, hey, did one of you guys need a point man? Like everything I need off of this down the street. No, I didn't. I think they fast traveled already, but no. What's this here? Nope. Bats. Yeah, I'll take them. They fast travel, all of them. Yep. Let's do the same. So yeah, okay, so technology wise, normally how I have the stream set up is I have it, the game is playing off the PC, right? So the game is playing off the PC I'm able to make the game its own sound. And then I could change the rest of the levels of stuff, but I can't because now I'm using the Luna. Not the Luna's fault. There you go. Okay, where you at? I see barely. Come backwards, backwards. Don't go forward, backwards. My goodness. Don't go forward, go backwards. I'm gonna drop if you get skill.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Look, Mom, I did something. I need the grenade.
Give me my spice.
What's this one? I don't do
Got
that
the key?
shotgun.
Oh no, 'cause I don't got. Somebody got the key.
Well, if someone has a key, anybody can open it. So there's that.
There's no key.
Now.
Ah, the key's in there somewhere.
Serious trauma detected.
It's gonna suck.
Access key detected.
There we go.
Reinforcements incoming.
Nice.
No, man, this is not right, man.
We're having a good session right now as far as being medic because haven't fallen down. Always knowing when you get dropped.
Yeah, I
There's a
can't.
medic to the right.
I can't. Look, I can't.
He's stuck, I think, man.
And now they let. Oh, that's crazy. It's nuts.
So, shoot in the face. Let's go. Stay in there, stay in there. I want you to stay in there and burn and get out. Alright, well, overstayed my welcome.
Get some, come on, so.
If you're curious, you're like, okay, so why is he throwing the hill at the same time if he's already in the cloud? That way it doesn't stress my hive. Both I get back pretty fast, but they're gonna push. If he gets into both, then he might not take a leap off of that. Where is he at? He's all the way there. Got him. Look at that. Steph Curry. And he finds a bucket. I don't like if you push up because I can't keep watching him there with the same efficiency that I'm watching everybody else. go. Keep pushing up. So I get to do some shopping. Let's go. Let's get it. Look low. Oh, there you go. Right behind you. Behind you. Turn around. Turn around. Like this, I feel is like not very efficient to be using so much on.
Wow, once you did that, what's up? Get going. No, go ahead. I was looking at you. I want to make sure my torrent's still good. You know what I mean?
Let's go. Look loud. Again, if you just tuned in, Dad Panther, writer, streamer, content creator, master of none, playing the Division. We got Division. And we're helping an agent out. In return, helping each other out. Because we all get XP, we all get the loot. Pick this up. Let's let this charge a little bit. Got it? Oh my gosh. Oh, that was a great hit though. And died. Oh, did not mean to hit that button. Come closer. I wish I knew who's picking up people, because then that was someone saw that hill he didn't like. He was like, ah, my face. You seen it first. You could just throw it at their face, and if you hit them right in, I don't know, I made that shit up. Ooh. It's called being on the right side of the. No, don't say it. Lick aloud. Let's get it.
Oh, that's it. There you go.
Duty on the left hand side. Oh, that's how you feel. Don't you dare give me some sweet music. Shit, I am a medic, damn it. I don't care what anybody says, I'm a medic, damn it.
Nice.
Go top, you make me nervous when you get up there. A little feel good juice. Okay. Oh, happy juice. No, I was about to say there's no way you would drop that out of my watch. Where the hell is my? Where's my pineapple?
But there should be. Why is it
There
there?
it is. Got my pineapple. Let's get it. Got a nice little house here. We made it our home. Buttercream, 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 buttercream. Crocodile. Reload. I got you. Let's get it. In reality, I probably would have blew this person's face off on accident. Friendly fire. That can reload together. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It's beautiful.
Alright, this sounds good.
Look loud. Look at my pineapple. On previously done ways to die. Okay, I'm done with the
Oh shit, here's the medic. Another medic.
Said that. Refrigerate high. Ways to die. A plank in the episode, so I gotta turn this way. Look loud.
Like,
Who dropped? Push. I got you. Just stay here. Don't go anywhere. Every time these buckshots hit, man, that just slows them down a little bit. That's all I need to do. You guys are right now. You guys don't know it, but you guys are basically. Oh crap! Oh my hive is on. Well, the hive's gone, that means I gotta be smarter. Now I gotta watch everybody. I can't stick my head up to help. I can only do stuff like this. 12. It only takes a few seconds to come on hive. I'm not stressing that. It'll be fine.
Oh, I thought it was, my bad. I thought it was the cowboy.
We got one down there if you guys want to mark him, as the kids say.
Hostiles guarding location nearby.
We're good. We're good.
Supply drone access unlocked.
Oh, they're going for elite.
That showed 'em.
Anything good? No. Go hey shield. Nothing I care for. It's already picked up. I should adjust my watch level. Why did I think there was
Teamwork.
a chest over there?
Friendly supply convoy detected.
Put all this down. Hold on, let's just still hear the game because I'm still doing the game
Transmissions
stuff.
jammed. Proximity coverage only. Backup activated. System rebooted.
Fast traveling right now.
Give me like 2 minutes real quick.
Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Ba-da-da. Yeah. I'm gonna try something. Hopefully, it does not kick me off the game. Oh, why would I try something like this? Let me not. Ah, I might have already done it already. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Never mind. So I'll just try to take those hills and just right there, right down the on the goddess. That's the whole thing. Just gotta line that hill right down the line. You do that, you'll be fine every time. Every damn time. I mean, we can all go. I mean, come on now. I mean, like I said,
Thank you guys. I just request a friend request just in case for next time. Yeah, we can all rock out together again, because this is a good squad running. I'm not even full yet. Marshall ain't ready yet.
Anything good on there? No, nothing like that.
Oh, need some chops, man, some chops. This is the one. This is the one.
Just in case I parked my butt there, I would hate my butt not to be toasted. Is he all the way over there pushing? I thought we have to get him a bandit all the time. Here, I'm watching here. Shoot, that's a big point. Oh wow.
My torrents up, I'm good.
Not too close.
Hey, there's a medical already. This is about to be, well, for me it is.
No, oh, come on, you son of a biscuit. You Johnny Bravo, son of a biscuit.
Vehicle got us.
Look, wow, we got two behind us.
Medic's down. Oh, that's great.
We still got those two on the sides of us. So, I'm gonna deal with that problem now or later.
Oh my god, from behind the suit, get over on him. It's alright.
Don't see him. You? I'm right here with
They're running. They're not, I guess they're not from here. If they're running.
Every time with the name. Using this for cover. Please don't look
Yeah,
at me.
they're not.
But she just looked at me.
I knew it. They're not from running with the guy.
Agent down.
Oh, they got both of us. Oh, I never changed the fucking camera back. She got fast travel, and here we are. It's me and Goddess. This NPC. Are you gonna help us? Whoever that is, man, he's taking these fucking bullets to the face. Maybe if I go over here, maybe that'll help him. Terry, you're taking fucking shots of the. Oh my god, Terry. Yo, this is gonna be a complete drip drop. Yeah. And I mean, I don't know. You guys couldn't see what I was talking about because I didn't have
Where's
this
the
up.
guy at? Is he dead too?
There was a thing where I was saying we were split. The team was split, but the enemies were split. There was two separate street corners that let's say 3 to 5
All
NPCs
right.
were.
You ready? Okay. Let me be careful. Go respawn. Respawn.
I'm gonna sit here and wait because I don't know if they respawn on my location.
Okay.
Hostile control point nearby.
This post back
So I'll wait a little
up.
bit and then I'll respawn in. So yeah, the enemies are split on two separate parts of the street. So our team got split on two separate parts of the street. And normally for me, I go for whoever is the most aggressive. And Goddess was being aggressive as far as moving down and taking care of stuff. So to me, I can't turn this around. I thought I could.
There you go. Careful.
Oh no, that's a
Medic.
fuck a medic. That's a all right, I should be able to respawn on them now. Let's go get new ammo and grenades or whatnot. So yeah, they were split up. Because they were split up,
Safe area
it was
detected.
just, and you're playing heroic, it just was not the best situation for us.
Medics down. There they go.
Fast travel.
Still ain't coming there, you know?
Let's get it. So yeah, they delayed.
I'm gonna wreck it now.
An agent needs assistance.
Starman. I got you.
Got my band-aids out. I just got some soul searching to do. It's a tunnel of love right now. Everybody's getting that heal. When I get that feeling, I need sectional healing. Sectional healing, cause I can't be sued for shit.
Hey, bullets, bad bullets.
I know. Crazy ass nothing going away. And I hold it, stability. Something's wrong with my bed. I just want to go and sleep on the couch instead. Come on. Don't you say do not sleep on the fucking couch. Baby, I just could not help it. I got sleepy, no sleeping. And so, wow, did we really use all the fucking charges on that shit? Pretty intense. There should be nobody else. I should pick it up something. Is one of our guys? Look low. We should be good. I'm gonna get this to see if I know this where I died over here, but okay, never mind. I was trying to see if we're gonna get I need to hurry up and get back before they proceed. Oh shit, they did. I'm caught in this silly shit right now.
Watch your backs.
Ah. got you. Keep going armor.
There's one in that shop, just to let y'all know.
Look allow. There's no fall count, but if there was, I've died once. This guy sounds like a blast. So yeah, so the division pushed back their launch for season 11. The division has been having issues. If you're new and you're casual, it really doesn't bother you. You don't really know. You're probably playing the game brand new, which is fine. We see a lot of new agents out there, new agents, new rogues. But if you've been here for a while, the Division 1 came out, Division 2 came out, you know, I think it did okay, maybe sales wise, not to the same extent as the first division. They did some things differently, looked at some stuff differently, and you know, PvP was like, hey, what about us? And you had seasons and stuff that came out.
Let me know if y'all got your how you call it, your exotic component, because we already did 3 together, so you know.
Oh, I never care. I just play. I don't care about that. Like certain people like max builds, and I don't give a fuck about that.
Then again, I'm recording on Twitch and on Facebook Live. You know, I'm streaming. I mean, and I'm recording at the same time, just in case none of us ain't getting it. So you know, it's only right.
Oh. Oh man, it's hilarious.
Grabbing stuff.
Having a good time. That's all it is. Having a good time. Okay, let's do something. I know you're gonna see that, but I want to check something over here. Let's do. I shouldn't do this, but we're in. Hold on.
Friendly supply conflict in proximity.
I don't know why I did that though.
Remember, they...
Come on,
Interesting.
I'll watch your back.
Thank you, everybody.
We'll never let them beat us.
An agent is no longer in your group.
What?
Much tougher than you. Thanks.
That person didn't even let us know.
Thanks for the help, agent.
Oh, you. Oh man.
You did good back there. Appreciate it. Secure this place. Now.
Hold on. Oh, you guys don't see that porn anymore.
Transmissions jammed. Proximity coverage only.
That's what I
Backup
have.
activated. System rebooted.
You have left the group.
No, seriously, there are so many fruit trees around town. Between the park, gardens, people's yards, and the cherry trees entitled
Should be a better way to
fruit waiting to be harvested and made into juice, which, if we just leave that shit in the
friend people.
will become wine. I mean, things
Or
are
maybe there is.
pretty
I'm
right
just
now,
bad at it.
but they could be perfect with a nice glass.
To me, I have to go like the Ubisoft, from Ubisoft to this to check the email, to verify, blah 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 blah.
Listen, I hope they treat you well over there.
But
It was good seeing your face and knowing I wasn't alone. Fuck it, I'm tired. Let's listen to some music.
it sound if you heard that, she was like, "Hey, I know that we're alone. And it sucks being alone." Man, this game sometimes. Not the game, but the Ubisoft Connect. Like, I get it. Like, there's hackers and and there's data and you gotta protect. But, and hey, man, you gotta like type all this in just to make sure your password and shit again. Like, I just want to play a game. I just want to log in. And sometimes they'll humble me. Like right now, it's like type in a valid email. I'm like, what are you talking about? This is Gmail. Damn it. And you look at it, it's not. It's like Gmail. Gmail. This is ridiculous. And you know what? Now I'm thinking about it. I can only say it's my fault. Okay, let's try this shit again. All right. Do. Everybody make some noise. I'm telling a really good story right now, but unfortunately I'm over here trying to verify my identity. Who am I as a person? This, oh shit. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to play it on PC, right? Because what just happened is I might have to end the stream, honestly, because I'm looking at the time. The kids are gonna get up soon, and I'm making pancakes. Yesterday I made pancakes. I'm making pancakes again, or maybe I'll do waffles. No, pancakes. Fuck it. That's the kind of dad I am. I make pancakes and waffles every weekend. No fail. It just pancakes, waffles, pancakes, waffles, pancakes, waffles. Bring the syrup now. Pancakes, waffles, Panthers. Pancakes, waffles, Panthers. Panthers. I don't know what I'm doing with that. All right, let's see. Let's search for something. Ouch. All right, let me see something. Okay, so basically what happened was it kicked me out because I opened, partially my fault. I opened Ubisoft Connect. That's the thing I didn't want to do in game. I didn't do it in game, but let's see. Okay. All right, I found that. That works. All right, let's get out of here. Actually, let's check. Let's see. No, I don't think that's the same person. We'll close that up. All right, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to start. Let me get you out of the pause menu. Let's do that. Okay, dilemma. Hold on, this one. Okay. I'm looking at the clock. I'm making a decision here. Eastern time here. It's 9. It's like 9:12. Yeah, let me see. 9:12. There's a chance that the little ones are up. Well, one's little, the other one's not so little. The other one is the average size of an NBA point guard. Take that for what you want. And yesterday I made this guy. My wife is like, why do you say it like that? Well, I say it not to be like mad or anything like that. I say it in, hold on, let me just get to the regular cabin. Okay, so my 15-year-old son, the size of an average point guard for the NBA. Yesterday I made pancakes, right? So when I make pancakes or waffles or eggs or bacon, I have to make them in separate batches because they're his fucking batch and then there's everyone else. And so I normally make his batch first before I make the girls their stuff. And so for yesterday, I counted 16 fucking pancakes, right? Made him a plate of 16 pancakes, gave him the fork and the syrup. Here you go. Devours it. I kid you not, it was under 10 minutes. And I think I'm giving time by saying under 10 minutes. Or making it 10. It's probably closer to 5 or 7. And so then, yeah, I mean, we eat horrible, but we went to fast food restaurants for the remainder of the day or whatever. And yeah, we just eat every one thing and then he's gone. He's gone. He's upstairs playing 2K or something. So what I think I'm gonna do, because I normally have the baby monitor here, and I've used that as a spying device to watch my kid and the wife to know who's waking up, so I can kind of gauge when the stream is gonna end. So I don't know if I should end the stream or should just play offline. Oh, for sure I'm gonna play offline, but I'm debating whether or not I should end the stream or just go cameraless through the rest of them. The speaker, just to segue off, I was looking into, I fell into a wormhole yesterday, or a pit of information on whenever there's sometimes I want to stream. Excuse me. I feel like if I was that big of a content creator, I would have sippy cups that I would sell with my logo, and I would have adults using sippy cups, and everyone's like, why are you doing it? Well, the dad Panther started working, and when he's working playing games, he does sippy cups, so now it's a thing. But anyways, looking at VTubing, and there's like 3 kinds. There's like PNG, right? I feel like I'm taking a test or a quiz. There's 2D and there's 3D, right? So I was looking into that stuff, and I was like, hey, I would be interested in doing that. I can't draw, so I would have to find someone to do the drawing, what style I would like the drawing to be, and then I guess rigging it, meaning that you're setting it up so that you can use another application to watch you while you're doing whatever you're doing, and so you get that. I don't know, I'm still figuring it out, but I thought it'd be cool to be like, I don't think I would make it a Panther or something like that, but like an astronaut guy or something, or just a typical dad guy with a dad hat and a polo on playing games whenever I can't be on screen, because I like to be on screen. It's one of the reasons where sometimes I don't go live, because I'd rather have my face somewhere on the screen. Not an ego thing, it's not that. It's just like when I'm looking at streamers and I'm watching streamers, there's certain things that get me. It's the production value, it's the game they're playing, it's sometimes it's the music. it's I guess a reaction that I'm getting. Like when I'm watching the person, I can see them playing the game and see them have the conversation. So that's like, there's certain layers. I don't know what you look at. You know, you're here, thank you for being here, and you watch the replays, thank you very much, you cool cats in the Panthers den. So I was like, well, because where I'm at in the house where I have the Panthers den, it's like, it's a public area, so I can't always be like playing, and then I run the risk of my daughter coming in and she doesn't care and know anything about streaming. She's like, ah, so you got that. So it's just like, I might be sitting there talking, and then out of the blue go, oh, now just, and you're like, what the hell was that? And maybe you don't care, but I do. So I'm like, or there could be guests over and things like that. So different elements that could happen in the camera stuff. And I'm like, well, what if I just on some of the streams had that character to be just, you know, same thing, just talking, just doing whatever, playing the game, and not having to worry about that background stuff. So that'd be pretty cool. I don't know if I go that route, but that's what I spent all that time on TikTok doing yesterday. So there's that. So why me and Tech didn't get along? So yesterday I went to stream. I couldn't stream because my Xbox controller would not sync with Luna. Luna is the streaming service from Amazon that allows you to play games. That's one of the reasons why for The Division I'm able to play, because when I'm clicking it now, we'll see what happens. But when I click The Division, I play it. It does one or two things. It either does this infinite loading on the anti-cheat screen or right before it, and so I can't play it. That happened after one of the big updates, and since then I have been able to play. So that's why I've been behind as far as the season, the loot, whatever. But the other thing it does is it'll let me play, right? The game will start, and we've done it on some streams, but then it freezes. It either locks me into the summit or a fast travel or wash. It just doesn't hold up. I never had this issue before on Division 1 R2. So anywho, let me see. It's loading right now. Never mind, it fucking crashed. It just crashed again, and it just brought back all the feelings of like trying to play this game. Hold on, get rid of that. Okay, so Luna allows me to play the game. That's the thing that doesn't make sense. I can stream the game and play it, and it works. I can stream it on a tablet from Luna. And I'm not a spokesperson. I don't get sponsored or paid. Amazon, you want to call me and do something? Let's figure something out. But I play hundreds of hours on Luna, and I do it on my tablet. I can even play it off Luna with Ubisoft Connect on my laptop. No issue with the Division 1 or 2. But for some reason, and those didn't have the most recent updates, so that could be a thing there. But once I did that update on the PC, I can't play it. I can play it on PlayStation 5, but so anywho, the controller would not link to Luna, and my PC, I built it myself, picked out all the pieces. The one thing I didn't focus on, and it's a great PC. It allows me to video edit. It allows me to stream, you know, 4 or 5 monitors, all this I have connected, like no lag, no slowdown. I'm streaming right now, 2% PC being used and no issue, right? So the PC is good. The one thing I didn't think about was the Bluetooth, because the one I have, I think, is a Tomahawk motherboard or something, and the one I got didn't have built-in Wi-Fi. Now I know that moving forward, when I want to upgrade the if I do upgrade it, I don't know, but point blank I use the little plug-in Bluetooth piece, so boom, I plug that in, and it has such a weird name or something that it's sometimes hard to find it, and it wouldn't work. For years I couldn't get Bluetooth to work. It worked for something but not other things, but I couldn't get the freaking controller to work. So the whole time in the morning I can't get the controller to work while I'm trying to stream. I can't go live. So by that time the kids have woken up, which is about this time. So being able to stream from 7 to now, that's my sweet spot. So yesterday I just lost that whole opportunity. I couldn't stream. And so after the stream, I was like, well, let me focus on this. So I went ahead and redid the drivers for it and all this other stuff, canceled the Microsoft update, because now the way the update is now, even though I kick it down the road, when I turn off the computer to restart, it's like the update didn't work, so we're undoing the update. Please wait. So it did that 3 or 4 times. Point blank, I was able to finally get the controller to be, you know, 100% Bluetooth. Okay, so now it's Bluetooth. I'm over here playing. That's what we just did that session. So I was like, you know what? I'll just use today as a day to clean up the desk and make sure everything's nice, everything's working. Let's just go through it. Okay. So the next thing I go through is my headphones. Now, if you see, the headphones still have the protective seal thing on it because I just don't take shit off. I'm a millennial, so I keep boxes for everything. So if you ever see, when I sell things, I always sell it with the box, which helps with the value, and it's like brand new. And they're like, man, it's like brand new. And a lot of times it is. I take care of my and I try to buy stuff that holds good value. That's just who I am. Overthinking. So when I sell this stuff, I have the boxes. So I have the boxes for this, and I think I'm gonna put these on eBay because I guess I don't want to say did enough research because I checked maybe that's an exaggeration, 10 hours worth of footage on these headphones. They're Still Series Arctic 7P 7 Plus, and they're great. They sound great. I don't care for the mic, like it has this mic one of these sides where it just comes out, whatever. Sounds great. The problem is it doesn't work with the Go XR. So the issue that I have is, if you've noticed in the stream, you see the wire, it's always connected. And if I disconnect it and go on the Bluetooth, it works. I can listen, watch, whatever, play games, but that's the goal, is to be able to hear and see all the stuff from the Go XR or whatever is given out, whatever I have set up. So I'm like, that's not gonna work. So I gotta upgrade. I have one on my, I don't say wish list. I don't have a wish list for anybody here to see, but in my own personal wish list that I'm looking at. So we'll see if I pull the trigger on that this weekend or today. If I do, then I'll be wireless. Trying to think, is there anything else? So yeah, that happened. And then this morning I found my work wireless headset wrapped around the bottom of my chair. The chair is one of the last pieces that I need to upgrade in here in the Panther's den. And it was just wrapped around the bottom, which means it was sitting on my other laptop. I got like 3 up here, and it was sitting on the work laptop. And I'm assuming either my wife or my daughter didn't notice it was hung up on the chair, and they spun it around, which leads to be my daughter spun it around, so it spun around the bottom. So I went to go live, and I got to unwrap that, and I got to clean that cord because I'm pretty sure it's got some weird hydraulic oil type all over it. Oh man, just the day I'm having. Not in a necessarily bad way. You're alive, so understand that if you're alive, if you're taking an air right now, just do it. Just do it. Just close your eyes, take an air, and realize you're doing that, and a lot of other people can't. And I know this world is crazy. I know it seems like it gets crazier and crazier every fucking day. Trust me when I say I completely understand the idea of stress, anxiety. Reach out to people, man. Ask them if they're okay. Like, really ask them if they're okay. And I get it. There's sometimes where you text or you whisper or you direct message and stuff like that. But if you're able to physically get your hands on a person in a positive way with consent and ask them, what's going on? Like, you see someone, you say, hey, what's up? Good morning. How's everything? Everything's all right. Is that the answer? Or is that what we say because we say it? Because we're finding out more and more, man, people just need someone to listen. And people need someone that is going to be there and be a resource and be a sponsor in their life, where this world just keeps the twists and turns that Jumanji season keeps giving us. Right now it's February. We're in February. I don't know if you want to call it season 2, episode 2. I don't know what we call it, but it's just wild. Whether you're trying to buy eggs and milk somewhere, whether you're trying to buy a house or a car, whether you're trying to figure out exactly political like, it's just wild, and it makes you go back and you think about like your parents and other generations, and you're like, they had their wild shit too. And it's almost like, you don't want to say what trumps what, but it's like, man, it's crazy. So just, like I said, look at the positive stuff in life. Like I overthink and I worry about stuff. I stress about like the tech stuff in here. None of that shit matters. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I don't think my daughter's going to pick it up if something happens to me and be like, hey, I'm going to do this for my dad. I'm going to be a content creator. The daughter Panther. That's all there, She comes in like it'd be a movie, a mini series, and she goes down to a dark basement. She turns on a light switch and everything turns on. all the notes are there. Wait, why do I feel like I've seen it? Oh, there was an HBO show. Not gonna say anything because you might not have seen it, but it, I think it was, I was going to say DMZ, but I don't think that's what it was it? It was, if there's a show, let me look it up now actually. There's a show that if you're into, yeah, I was right, DMZ. So DMZ season 1, 2022, Rosario Dawson's in it, Benjamin Bratt, Jordan Pearson. There's some really good actors that are on this, but if you're on HBO Max, give it a watch. DMZ season 1. If you're a fan of The Division and games like The Division, it's pretty close to that kind of style of it. I believe it comes from a book, a DC comic, actually a comic, and hopefully we'll get a season 2, but I'm not gonna lie to you, man, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't do a season 2, because like nowadays it's like if the production is there and the acting is there, and Dawson did a really good job performing the hell out of that, and some other performances that happen, what happens is they just don't go through with it because they don't feel like they're not getting enough buzz or advertising, or I don't know how that part of the business works, but it's unfortunate. But that would have been a really cool at least to get one more season out of that would have been cool. But anyways, The Division, so we played The Division 2 today. They pushed The Division 2 release for the other thing back, which was the, let me check something real quick. Okay, so yeah, it was season 11 was delayed and they pressed that back. That's, I don't think they have a date on that yet, and they don't have a date on the live stream. They canceled it. They were close to it. They were going to do it. Here's my take on the live stream. You have Ubisoft Connect members. Each one, I believe, are special in their own way. I don't know who they are. I think what should have happened and what needs to happen, in my opinion, is if they have the time for it, to set up a stream where a community manager is introducing you to the people who are part of the Ubisoft team that are playing the game. Not anyone who's on the team who you might offer to play the game. We're seeing more of stuff like that on streaming. Like they weren't playing the game, but now they're playing the game because like stuff is supposed to happen. I get it. It's a business, right? But like, let's say there's 4, 5, 12 individuals that play this game all day, all night, and they're part of your streaming team. Why not make the stream with them? Why not you have it where, hey, listen, guys, we're gonna do a stream. We've got some stuff to showcase, some video on some really cool plays, some build ideas that we talked to the devs, and this is a really cool build. Here's some Easter eggs that you didn't notice. Here's how to find this hunter. Even though some of this information may be on YouTube, have a community manager or a host or hostess come in and say, hey, look, here's this, and then you break it down in maybe 3-4 hours, and each hour you go in a different part of the world where it's another agent or rogue, and you're watching them do PvP, PvE, hard content, new content, whatever the case is, and just allow that community to just thrive and do something positive. Not every live stream has to be, in my opinion, news or something like that. There's so much work that the devs have done on this game. I'm sure it'd be entertaining to watch them say, this is how we did the level design for the New York mission, blah. And they take you through the whole process of how they put together a level. And then to even show you the time frame, they're like, this whole process, guess how long it took? This was 9 months from beginning to end. Like that'd have perspective of what's going on. So when I look at game development, stopping a game and pushing it back, I don't look at anything negative, whether it's a game I'm excited for or not. I honestly look at it as we're still in the COVID gaming era. And what I mean by that is you saw that with Marvel's Avengers and other games where COVID really affected how people were able to design games, maintain games, be creative on games and things of that nature. So I honestly believe we're still in this point, and that's why you're seeing games being kind of pushed back. We're also at the part now where, because of streaming, you have games that come out, and if they just don't get received well, that's it for them. And there's nothing wrong with that, to be honest. So your Forsaken is one of the games where it looked like it was a AAA Sony title, and it's not their fault as the devs. That's kind of what it was pushed out. It was this exclusive trailer, it was this, it was that, and you know, that's their PR team. If their job was to do that, they successfully made the game hype. But at the end of the day, people get a chance to play it, streamers get a chance to play it, and you'll make your choice, your decision. You look at, what's that game, Hi-Fi, Lo-Fi, I don't remember what it was, but it literally like debuted on a showcase for Xbox. Was a part of the Game Pass. It's a rhythm, you know, action game, whatever, and it's doing well. A lot of people are liking it. They received it well. There was no crazy hype about it. Let's just put out a game. Let's do that. Let's try that. Let's go old school. Let's go like Nintendo Power, Game Informer magazine. Let's try to cut some of the hype out of a video game, and let's put it out. Let's sit there and say, hey, look, let's release information instead of hold on to it. Because guess what? It's unfortunate. Give or take how big or small you are, the game leaks. The only games that don't really get leaked are the indie games. The games that are really doing well consistently right now are indie games. Why is that? Is it the passion? Is it the less red tape and executives in the way? Is it the fact that they're not held to a certain standard of, hey, they've got to follow, you know, a resume of different games? They could just be themselves. I don't know what it is, but there's something there. But the Division 2 pushed their stuff back, and that's fine. They want to make sure it's right. That's fine. I honestly believe they're working on Division 3. I'll be so surprised if they're not, but I believe they've been working on Division 3 since Division 2. That's just my opinion. I think when you look at games like the day before and with that 10-minute footage of very generic, not looking anything like what we saw in the other stuff, I think the Division looks at it and says, oh, I gotta fix that. Sleeper 77, thanks for coming in. Damn, that's like a fucking scare right there. I should also put that in there, like, hey, you want a scare tactic? Just fucking follow the dad, Panther. Oh my gosh, what's up? We're sitting there talking about Division and how it excites me and frustrates me at the same time.
Hey, cool cat. Welcome to the Panthers Den.
So yeah, it just doesn't, with the game being pushed back, and that's fine. Games get pushed back all the time. That doesn't bother me. The thing that just bothers me in game development is something as easy, in my opinion, easy as going live is another way that you can give to a game, whether full service or not. And so to have the ability to sit there and say, hey, look, it's an official Division stream. Every time you go live, everyone's going to be there. Why not showcase the people who are part of your stream team? Now, I'm not a part of it. Okay. Don't get me wrong. I'm not on a high horse or anything like that. But I think there's some really cool content creators out there. Mixie's one of them. There's some really cool people that I've been watching for months or years, and it's Tony T's out there, and it's just like, give it to them. Let them play the game. Let them answer some of the questions of why they like this game or not. Find someone brand new that's never played it. But I honestly believe that the Division 3, they're working on that. They're working on Avatar, which got pushed back. They're working on the Star Wars. Like I said, I think game development is in a part right now to see less red tape. Yeah, exactly. Less red tape, because that's what I believe is happening. I believe, and I can't remember the author, Jason might be his name, but he's a writer and he's got a few books. One of the books was about game design. It talked about like 5 or 7 games that never came out and what happened behind them. And it was so interesting to find out that there was one game that the only reason why the game was derailed was because an executive's son or daughter jumped in and said they would like this, and the executive pushed for that, and it changed everything. So with the Division, it leads you into the situation with the Division Heartland, which is supposed to be similar, I guess, to a battle royale. And everyone can say it, whether you're a Division fan or not, it's late, because battle royales, they're not hitting the same as they were at that apex where it was. You had Fortnite going on, you had Call of Duty going on, you had all these games, PUBG fighting for domination on this VR front. And so here comes Heartland, And unless you're into the lore and you just kind of want something different, if the gameplay isn't there, or if the live service makes you think it's a money grab, that's it. You're seeing games go a bit. I think Crossfire X came out 2016 or something. That's just closed their doors. Marvel's Avengers, that's gonna close their doors. I'll be so surprised if they come up with a second one for that. So yeah, I don't know what it is. Yeah, and I do not blame, like, if you've ever heard any stream I ever do, I do not blame any devs. A dev is like, it's a hard job to do. Like any job you do is a hard job. You look at a garbage man throwing garbage away and doing that, and then you might see like a landfill. The garbage man has nothing to do with that landfill. That's a conversation you need to have with your city officials and like that. Like there's just red tape that you're dealing with a lot of times with so much crap. So when you look at a game design situation, I'm sure, because normally how it works is when a game comes to concept, what they do is they sit there and they say, hey, look, we got a game, we're going to bring it out, it's going to come to concept, and they do a little mini packet summary, right? And let's just call this like I don't know, mini bio. And they take this mini bio and they say, hey, this mini bio is the Division 3. Here's the storyline, here's the root play, here's the style of the game, here's what we're simulating, here's some sales stuff, here's how many producers we're going to need, artists, this and this, here's our time from production, from the idea of it to all this. And then that book evolves and they go through a process before the game is even announced, because that's how you had Ubisoft basically say, hey, look, there's 3 to 5 games we just cut, we're not doing them, they're finished. There's games that I've been invited to play and mess with before anybody came out. I can't say anything about it because they're NDA signed stuff, but there is a process that happens that we're not privy to, and that's fine. It's just like when a movie's being made. But the interesting thing is when Hollywood makes a movie, their process is different from gaming. And I feel like even with movies, executives get in the way. I mean, look at the situation at DC and Marvel. I just mentioned the DMZ television show from HBO that comes from a comic book from DC, right? So DC keeps just having issues, but why? It's some of the greatest heroes we've ever seen in our life as kids, like, and even as adults. They can't figure that shit out because there's an executive fucking it up. Can you blame the actors, special effects, the fans that go watch it? No. If the movie's not good, the movie's not good. If the concept wasn't good, the concept wasn't good. The timing was off, it was off. But when you look at game design, you're just sitting there and you're saying, hey, look, I know the devs are going in there saying, hey, this shit is broken. I swear to you, I know that at the AAA level, devs are going in the office and they're like, hey, hey, Steve, can I talk to you? It's me and Jan. We're gonna talk to you real quick. You know that big title, and we did that crazy showcase, right? We showed it off for like 15 minutes, and we did the interviews, and we gave out a bunch of stream kits, and we got got a PR team ready. Yeah, that game's not fucking ready. Yeah, it's not ready at all. I'm like, what do you mean it's not ready? Now, when they say that, the devs, I believe, give a list of why it's not ready, how can we make it ready, what help and resources we need, and the timetable of what to do to get it to a better state, right? And the executives, I think they don't even listen to it at all. They pay it no attention. They're like, okay, all right, so we're okay. So we can't do March 13th, but can we do March 31st? Because we have all this stuff printed for 31st. Can we? And I don't think the devs have anything to do with it, and it comes out March 31st. It's crazy. Like it's the wildest thing ever. Let me see. Yeah, I agree, Sleeper. I think indie definitely has the advantage right now. When it comes down to, I feel like control and ability to do what they want to do, and then you match that indie with a different mind, because you're starting to see now, not just indie, but AAA titles. You're starting to see directors from television and movies lead projects in video games. You're starting to see that transition back and forth with The Last of Us on HBO. Everyone who's always played the game, we've known how great of a story that is. I've had the ability to play both of those games. We know those characters and that story. We sat there with our mouth open, or just like shocked, or like scared, or whatever the case is. And then you look at things like God of War, and it's going to get an ability, or maybe Gears of War, even going back into The Division. The storyline for The Division and I don't think anyone's going to talk about it. It's just the luck of it and the situation. The Division storyline tagged so closely to the real world events that were happening 2-3 years ago. You don't really have a game that did that, because the Division doesn't deal with zombies. It just deals with the idea of getting this sickness and what it does to the world and what it changes in the world. And you saw files where different countries, Canada and Europe and Mexico, certain places were affected by this as well. And we just didn't have anything in place to capitalize on it. And again, nothing against the devs or the executives, but man, can you imagine? Like, I know we had classified missions for the Division. So classified missions were like little nuggets of missions where they put inside the game, and I loved them. I don't know how long they take to put together from beginning to end, but shout out to the devs. So you would have this map that you've been on for forever, and then a room will open up. So you got to go find this room, find this door. You get there and a mission starts. There's audio, there's enemies, there's a storyline, there's something you're doing, and you go through and you go through this, and it gives you a piece of a puzzle to continue the lore that is the Division 2 or the Division series. And what I wanted from that was, in all honesty, I wanted more of that. I wanted more of that, even on a bigger scale, where, you know, like when you play the Division, without spoiling stuff, there's a part where it's almost like it kind of lets you see agents all over different locations and what they're doing at a certain point in time. And I thought, like, man, that'd have been a crazy, like a 5 series thing. Like, I don't know how you would pull it off. But if you were able to sit there and say, hey, listen, we're going to go to Canada. And I know Ubisoft is really, you know, that's their thing of making it realistic and not realistic and it's full scale, everything. But what if the levels were just famous landmarks in Canada? You're going to Canada, you're not real world walking, you're not scoping the whole place. You literally are just making this area. And so like season 11, we're going to go see the agents in Canada. You know, season 12, we're going to South America. And that's what the DLC is. Now, whether you charge for it or not, again, I don't want to get all up in that because I don't know about making video games and stuff like that. But I don't know, man. You got a hell of a series here. You got a movie that was on the table, rumored to be taken off the table. The director says, no, it's not off the table. So you have that. You got the mobile game that's supposed to come out. It's behind, it's late. I don't mean time for the clock like it was pushed back. I mean, this mobile game could have came out before when they were kind of messing with other stuff that brought other heroes in it. What's the other game I got a chance to play that I can actually talk about? Defiant, Defiant, which the motion's good. It's a good looking game. Will it see the light of day? I believe it will, but I believe they took off the Tom Clancy title off of it. So this game, think of Call of Duty, but think of all major characters and factions you've seen in various Tom Clancy Ubisoft stuff. So Watch Dogs and Ghost Recon and The Division and stuff like that. So you pick a team and that team will give you power up. So let's say you pick the Division, you pick the Outcast. There's certain things you're going to have, whether DPS, tank, or heal or anything like that. So it was cool. It was a cool play. It's not my cup of tea because I'm more or less into games that are looter shooter like this versus Call of Duty, you know, PvP type of stuff. And that's really what that game is. I didn't see, there was nothing that we saw testing wise that had to do with story or anything like that. And I don't even know how they would do a story other than little small audio clips or visuals that tell you why these factions are fighting every day, whatever. I don't know. But I don't know, like the Vikings game, Valhalla, a lot of people said it was a really good game, just too long. So it's like, you know, maybe you scale it back and it does some stuff. I don't know. And the publishers, executives say, yeah, you do what you can. Like, look, I'm sure with this, and I got duped. And I love telling people, like, let's talk about when you got duped to buy a game. It's okay. We're in a safe place. I got duped by 2 games. One game I got duped, but I got duped by, I figured it out, but a friend got me into it. It was Marvel's Avengers. I was really on Marvel's Avengers. There was other game titles I can't think of. I grew up as a kid playing Marvel games, and I'm like, hey, you know, Spider-Man back in the day, and this and that, and X-Men from the 1990s, and like there were certain games I'm like, hey, you gotta have a fucking superhero game while watching a superhero movie, chilling on Saturday, eating a bowl of cereal. Screw the fact that you might be a certain age, but everybody can love the fact that chilling on the weekend, eating cereal or some type of thing, watching cartoons, playing video games, reading comics. That's the life, right? That's the life we all want. And Marvel's Avengers started showing off this footage and all this other stuff. I'm like, man, this looks good. This looks really good. And then I was like, man, it looks kind of too good, because the characters almost looked like the characters from the movie, but it wasn't licensed technically by the movie. So then they switched, and they were like, no, we switched up the animation. It won't be the same. It's not the movie. It's something different voiceovers, different this. I was like, okay, that's fine. There's so many different characters that you look at, and give or take what the artist or the writer is, they change, and that's fine. Different viewpoint. But then I got a chance to play the beta, maybe a little bit before the beta, then the beta, and then I was like, something about this is off. Something about this off. So I remember telling my friends, who I unfortunately got hyped up into it, and we all pre-ordered the game. And at the end of the beta, I've got a YouTube channel, and I did videos on it. And my first YouTube channel video was about Marvel's Avengers. And it was about my curiosity, the question marks I had with the series. And I remember going back to my friends, and I was telling them, hey, look, I'm pulling out. I'm not doing this Marvel's Avengers. And they're like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't know, man, something's off on this. There's just something off. And they're like, come on, do it. Come on, do it. And so we did it. And when we did the game, you know, I played the game, and I think I got towards the part of the thing where it was the number one game I played other than the Division. And especially like the year where they dropped the expansion War Wakanda. And the press was ridiculous for it. Like, everything they put out there got retweeted, reposted. It was like, it was that thing. And I thought it was a solid expansion. And then after that, it just kind of went crickets. But then the conversation about, you know, shadow characters, because, you know, you had Kate, and then you had Hawkeye, and then you're talking about She-Hulk, and you're talking about Hulk and Iron Man and Warhammer, and then Captain Marvel and Blue Marvel. Okay, Blue Marvel was never rumored. I wish Blue Marvel had been there, and I would always assume that if you could have Captain Marvel, then you could. Anyways. And so recently that game just said, hey, look, we're done. We're going to delist it. We're going to do this. It just didn't work. We're finished. And I'm like, that time, like, there was another game, Need for Speed Heat. It was going to blend in kind of like Chicago, but really more of a Miami style arcade feel for Need for Speed. And the Heat for the cops and certain things were off, customizing it. Once you got down to the end and you had a click or a clan, the game, you just maxed it out. Everything was maxed out before, I think, the Christmas season after it came out. And luckily with that game, I didn't get it originally when it first came out. I had vibes about it too, and I said, hey, you know what, I'm gonna wait for this to go on sale, because they normally do. 2K does it too. They go on sale. Just pick it up. Then picked it up. Friends bought it first day. We got to the same point. They paid more money than I did, and I enjoyed what I did, and I moved on. And with EA, the thing about that is that company was bought and moved somewhere else to work on other projects. And we find out one of those projects was Need for Speed Inbound, which was a more arcade, almost like a Fortnite-ish type thing, using some of the same systems in a different city. And I didn't buy that game. It just wasn't for me, unfortunately. I'm still at a loss of why Marvel never produced a custom character. Yes. And here's the kicker for that, right? That's what I thought, and that's originally what got me for Marvel's Avengers. Marvel's Avengers introduced a storyline with Miss Marvel, and they do something a little different, but with Miss Marvel and the story that they're putting with the Hive was like Inhumans. Even when you play Marvel's Avengers, they tease Inhumans. They make Inhumans a part of the storyline. There's even, you know, you got a character locked behind a fence, and they're doing their fire ability, and you're like, I know who that is. And so you're like, oh, this would be awesome. And I always said, even in the YouTube stuff and while I was streaming, I'm like, man, if this game made the DLC a new character and some you know, maybe some new missions or whatever, that'd be cool, you know, because you'll sit there and you'll be playing the game and you'll say, hey, I don't know, this is the pack where you get Captain America. So you got Captain America, you got a few other people in it, and so you got some new characters to kind of mess around with. And some new missions and some balancing and stuff. But the real thing about the game was that on the first mission, you created yourself. So after you finish playing the game and everything like that, what happens is you're an Inhuman. You play the game And I don't understand how Marvel hasn't done that, because comic games, in my opinion, we throw money on that. I don't want to make a comment on why we do, but we do. There's certain games, if it's like Division, I think is one of them. There's certain games where the lore is there. Halo, Gears of War, where there's such a lore to it, where it's like, I think you have stuff that teeters in real world and not. And comics is one of them. You do a game about comics, you're gonna get someone to look at. Midnight Sun, you're gonna throw money at. You look at wrestling, that's another one that we throw stuff at. So certain Star Wars, or certain that we throw stuff at, we don't give a fuck what it is. It's like the meme, take my money, right? And so remember PlayStation, was it 2 or 3 that came out with DC Online? That is still fucking going. I still get emails, and I've spent money on the game. I still get emails that are like, hey, we're this weekend for Halloween, Batman season 17. Be Batman and get these abilities and create this. And you go in there and you create your hero, and certain people teach you like tricks of getting gear and certain things you can do. And you get to team up with people and play. And I felt like, why didn't Marvel's Avengers do that? It's the same thing I even put with anime. There's a One Piece. Now, without boring you with the full details of watching 1,000 plus anime episodes, One Piece is in a world where there's fruits, devil fruits. And if you consume the fruit, you basically get abilities instantaneously. You got to figure out how to use them, whatever, to your advantage, but you get abilities. Now, there's synthetic fruit that you can eat that gives you ability too. Some of them give you, good or bad catches, but that's what it is. And I was like, it'd be such an interesting game if you could figure out how it works, that when you turn on the game, as soon as you turn it on, it knows what fruit you're going to find. And it gives you like 3 to 5 different opportunities that you can get fruit. You can either pick up a fruit early on in the game, kind of like when Pokemon gives you a choice of Squirtle and, or you play the game out and you're hoping for better RNG and strategy. And so midway through the game, you get another opportunity. You find it, someone presents it to you, right? So when you get this fruit, you eat it, and your character automatically gets this ability. You cannot reset it. You can't fix it. There's nothing you can do about it. And so your ability might be something cool like fire or water. You get to turn it into steel. Or your ability could be bananas. You get to throw bananas. You get to throw bananas and people slip on bananas. You smell like bananas, so animals are attracted to you. They come over to you. I don't know, something like that. That would have been cool. And people would have been like, what ability do you have? And you're trying to work this ability and figure something out. So it's just crazy that Marvel never did something like that, where you had a massive MMO that allowed you to do something like that. But that would have been awesome. But I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. We're gonna splash down. Until next time. Kalika just looking for the button.
Oh man, we did it. We did it. We met some new friends on the way. Pew pew, shot. We learned some stuff. I'm gonna be back hopefully later on today. If I don't have any audio, it's probably because I'm on Luna, which I haven't figured out my mic, because remember, tech is going against me. But man, if you see a dev online, show them love. Show them love. Remember when you're at your job and you know how your job works and you know it's not your fault and the customers are mad at you? It's like the devs. You're stuck in the middle. You're just stuck in the middle. But yeah, love for the devs. And the executives too. Now they're all bad. They're not all bad. They're just getting in the way. Get out of the way. Look at the indie developers. Let's just have fun. Let's just make games. Let's just make games. If the game is $30 and it's a really good game, you'll still make millions. The game is 70 and it flops. You're gonna pick it up in your local bin at the video game store. But just like I tell my daughter every day, Daddy loves you.
This is precisely the time when artists go to work. There is no time for despair, no place for self-pity, no need for silence, no room for fear. We speak, we write, we do language. That is how civilizations heal.